Good evening and welcome to SnapShot. I'm Tim Wilms. Tonight, the latest in the scandal that has gripped the world, the cover-up of the Jeffrey Epstein Files, which has sparked intense controversy within the Trump administration and beyond. We delve into the tensions between President Donald Trump and his MAGA base, as well as updates on Ghislaine Maxwell's legal battles. Stay with us. First of all, Attorney General Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel, and Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino have been criticised by conservative commentators Candace Owens and Liz Wheeler. The controversy began when the Justice Department and the FBI announced that they would not release further records from Epstein's case, including a much-discussed client list that officials now say never existed. This decision has ignited a firestorm amongst President Trump's MAGA supporters who expected explosive revelations. President Trump himself called the existence of an Epstein client list a Democrat hoax, urging supporters not to waste time on it and encourage Bondi and Patel to focus on other priorities such as voter fraud investigations. In fact, he called for his supporters, former supporters who were still interested in the Epstein files. Epstein, the disgraced financer arrested in 2019 on federal sex trafficking charges, was said to have committed suicide in his jail cell. The administration released a video from outside Epstein's cell that showed no one entered during the time that he was reported to have committed suicide, supporting the suicide ruling. At the heart of the turmoil is a reported clash between Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino. Sources say the two had a heated confrontation at the White House earlier this month over the handling of the Epstein files. Bongino, a former conservative podcaster known for promoting Epstein-related conspiracy theories, reportedly considered resigning over what he perceived as a lack of transparency from Bondi's Justice Department. President Trump, however, publicly backed Bongino, stating, quote, "Dan Bongino is a very good guy. I've known him a long time, and I think he's in good shape." The dispute escalated after a News Nation report suggested the FBI wanted to release more Epstein files, but was blocked by the Justice Department. Bondi, along with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and FBI Director Kash Patel, refuted this claim, but Bongino's silence in the report fueled speculation of an internal discord. Deputy Attorney General Blanche took to X to clarify, stating, "All of us signed off on the contents of the memo. The suggestion of any daylight between the FBI and DOJ leadership is patently false." FBI Director Kash Patel, another key figure in this saga, has also faced scrutiny. Patel, who previously amplified conspiracy theories about Epstein's death, joined Bongino in asserting that Epstein's 2019 suicide in a New York City prison cell was a suicide, a conclusion that has angered many in Trump's MAGA base. Amid rumors that Patel might resign in solidarity with Bongino, Patel posted on X, "It's an honor to serve the president, and I'll continue to do so for as long as he calls on me." This has led to accusations from Trump supporters that the administration is failing to deliver on promises of transparency. However, his comments have only intensified the backlash, with some loyalists even expressing uncharacteristic disappointment. Conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, after speaking with Trump, signaled a willingness to move on, but others remain unconvinced. Conservative commentator Candace Owens has been vocal in her criticism, taking to X to question why the administration isn't releasing more information. Owens, a prominent figure in the MAGA movement, has suggested that the lack of transparency raises suspicions about what the government may be hiding. Her posts have garnered thousands of likes and retweets, amplifying the discontent amongst Trump's base. Similarly, Liz Wheeler, a rising star in conservative media and former Trump campaign spokesperson, has joined the chorus of critics. Wheeler posted on X that the administration's handling of the Epstein Files risks alienating its most loyal supporters, urging Bondi to come clean about the decision-making process. Her comments reflect a broader sentiment among MAGA influencers who feel betrayed amongst the administration's stances. Wheeler was also among the influencers who were duped by being invited to the White House to receive those Epstein Files Phase 1 documents, which were redacted. The Epstein saga has exposed deep divisions within Trump's movement, with figures like Steve Bannon treading carefully, warning that resignations from Bondi, Patel, or Bongino could lead to further turmoil. Vice President J.D. Vance has reportedly stepped in to mediate the sparring officials, but the path forward remains unclear. The fallout has raised broader questions about the Trump administration's ability to manage expectations from its base, especially on an issue as emotionally charged as the Epstein case. Some analysts suggest Trump's past comments, which include promising to release the Epstein files, have complicated his administration's current narrative. It is alleged that Bondi told Trump that he is in the Epstein files. Trump is suing the Wall Street Journal and its owner, Rupert Murdoch, over its publishing of a 50th birthday card for Epstein, allegedly authored by Trump. Because of this intense pressure, Trump has asked Bondi to produce all grand jury testimony related to the Epstein case, subject to court approval. However, US District Court Judge Robin Rosenberg in West Palm Beach, Florida, ruled against unsealing of these records. Todd Blanche met with Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's former associate convicted of trafficking girls for his abuse, who has been offered limited immunity in return for naming 100 Epstein clients. Maxwell has also offered to testify before Congress. The Justice Department previously asked the US Supreme Court to reject Maxwell's appeal of her conviction. Some argue the controversy underscores the challenge of transitioning from campaign promises to dealing with the reality of the most powerful lobby in America. Ghislaine's father, Robert Maxwell, was a known Mossad agent who died under mysterious circumstances in 1991. As this story develops, the administration faces a delicate balancing act, satisfying a base hungry for answers or navigating the legal and political complexities of a case that continues to captivate and divide. We'll keep you updated as new details emerge. That's our report on the Epstein Files fallout for tonight. Stay with us as the Unstory develops. I'm Tim Wilms, and this has been Snapshot.